From Hope Field in White Rock, New Mexico. Welcome, everyone, to the 2022 New Mexico State High School Softball Championships. This is the opening round of the tournament, or one of the opening rounds of the tournament, as Hilltoppers will take on the Valley Vikings from Albuquerque. And interesting, Mike, when you get into this softball, into the baseball, the way the NMA does it, this ball game today is single elimination. So you win it or you go home. But in the meantime, the boys, on the other hand, they're going to be involved in a 2 out of 3 best for the weekend. And then if the girls do advance in this tournament and to the next round, then it's double elimination. But right today, it's all for all the marbles today. So this is Gene Martins with Mike Mays, my good buddy, and it's going to be our pleasure to bring you this softball playoff. So, Mike, what do you got to say about this beautiful afternoon we have?
Yeah, it is beautiful afternoon here in White Rock. Just a couple of wispy clouds out there, a little bit of smoke off, way off, but no, it's not going to be a factor today. So the Toppers are the number 8 seed here in the Class 4A tournament, and they will be taking on the 9th seeded Vikings. Valley comes into this game. They are 14-10 overall. Had a pretty good district season. They went 6-2. They finished second in their district, and they are moving on. Los Alamos, of course, went 11-1 in District 2 4A. They won District 2 4A, and a little bit of an interesting. They actually got off to a little bit of a rocky start in District. Los Alamos did.
Yeah, they did.
Very nearly got upset by the Espanola Valley Sun Devils here in White Rock, and then actually lost a couple of days later to Taos, a team that we really didn't think was going to be much of a factor in district. However, the Toppers were able to bounce back after that and win 10 straight contests, and they ended up winning the district going away. So Toppers have a very, very powerful lineup. Very solid 1 through 9. A little bit of a change note in today's batting order. We'll let you know about that here in a minute. But it looks like we're about to ready to do the pregame ceremony and the national anthem. I haven't seen Enrico Palazzo yet. I'm a little surprised.
No,
he usually comes out and does these, but
running late today.
Yeah, it must have been.
So anyway. All right, so we're going to just, we're just going to go dead right now while they play the national anthem, and we'll be back after that. He's on first for that. Michaela on first.
Yeah. little bit of a delay here to the start of the opening ceremonies. The umpires a little pokey getting on. They actually have to wait for the umpires before they do the national anthem and things like that. But here they are. And like always, a big cheer from the crowd for the umpires.
Oh, yeah, they love them.
They love the umpires.
Actually, it's interesting, Mike. We got a pretty good crowd here today for the softball game. A lot of people came up from Valley to watch this ball game.
Yeah, Valley, of course, in Albuquerque, kind of a little west of I-25, if I remember correctly. Wow, it's been a long time since we've been down there. Now that I think about it.
Oh my heavens, yes.
We used to play. We used to play Valley for basketball for a short period of time, and that kind of went away. And then we really don't see them that often.
No, we don't. In fact, we don't play very many Albuquerque schools anymore anyway. You know, we used to go down and play Del Norte and a lot and St. Pius, but I don't know, those schedules have been thinning out and we haven't. In fact, I used to go to Albuquerque quite a bit because we travel and then I could do things in Albuquerque I needed to get done. I haven't been to Albuquerque forever. So anyway, so I don't know what we're all waiting for here, but anyway, the Hilltoppers coming into the ball game, like Mike said, they're 19-7 and they're 11-1. Interestingly enough, that first game that Mike was talking about was against Espanola here, a single elimination, just a single game, not a doubleheader. Late in the afternoon, and the Espanola just pounded Los Alamos. I think they were up 4-0 or something, and then the Hilltoppers came back and at the end of the game, like in the sixth inning or something, scored like 5 or 6 runs, ended up winning the ball game. And then right after that, they went up against Taos, and Taos was on paper and everything, Taos didn't look like they were going to be very much, and but turned out the Taos defense was just fantastic. Our offense wasn't that good, but our Taos defense was just unbelievable. They made some unbelievable fielding plays, and they deserved to win that ball game. And so the Hilltoppers essentially at that point are 1-1 in district, and expected to like sweep the district. But anyway, they went up against the Tigers and won the second game, and then went up to Taos last week and beat them 14-0 in Taos. So, but anyway, this team has just improved greatly over the season. The fielding at first was kind of suspect, but boy, I'll tell you, they have really picked it up in the hitting. I mean, we got some powerful girls out there. You know, I had a couple of home runs in Taos, I guess, and we've had home runs here. We played Pewaukee. We had 5 home runs against Pewaukee. It's so I don't know what to expect, Mike. You know, Mike, because we're 8 and they're 9, and theoretically, there's not a whole lot of difference between 8 and 9. I mean, you know, it's just essentially they're essentially like the same. They're essentially like the same. You got to kind of feel they match up pretty well if they're 8 and they're 9. That's what the NMAA thinks, and so it's kind of anybody's ball game when you get 8 versus 9, and you see an awful lot of 9s winning those 8-9 ball games.
Yeah, this is really and if you look kind of top to bottom of the first round tournament games, there are a couple that are toss-ups, and this is chief among them. But you know, this is going to be a very, very interesting tournament to watch. Toppers, by the way, or the winner of this game rather, will take on a very likely top-seeded Artesia.
Yeah, nice.
So Artesia, yeah, they're okay. They're okay, and they're okay and stuff like this. So we'll see how that. No, they're actually very, very good. So
yes.
that will be a tough test for either one of these teams that gets through. And here we go. We are. I think we're about ready to go here with the national anthem.
Maybe. Record-setting instrumental national anthem.
It was, I think that was recorded off a Casio keyboard, I believe. So, and well, they have one lone amp here, and it was not exactly cranked up to 11. So I'm not sure anybody at home heard that, but
I don't think anybody called the police and complained about the noise.
Anyway, we're about ready to get underway here. The teams have been introduced. 3 umpires today. We usually have 2 for average softball game, but have 3 today.
Classing it up.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. So, any event, again, pretty nice day. A little bit breezy today, and but this is actually, if Mr. Steve Stucker on Channel 4 is correct, this will be far and away the least windy day, probably this entire baseball and softball tournament. So we will see. We will see if Mr. Stucker is correct. But in any event, we'll set the topper defense for you real quick for Los Alamos. The Michaela Guillen will start. She is at first base. At second base, Hannah Bergeman. The today's shortstop, Abby Di Herrera. Maria Di Herrera is at third base. The outfield is Micah Stanfield in left. Rihanna Naranjo in center, and Izzy Madison in right field. So the defense pretty much the way we usually see it. However, the topper batting order a little bit different today, which kind of interesting. And Rihanna always leads off, and she will lead off today. Hitting the number 2 hole, though, Gene, Izzy Madison.
Yes.
Madison is usually toward the bottom of the order. So now she has played very, very well, especially over the course of the district season. But we have not seen her hit anywhere near that high this entire season. So that's a pretty big change. She's being asked to set the table today.
Yes. So
that will be interesting. But Valley is warming up. They will send to the plate in this first inning. Angelica Carrillo, she is the shortstop. She'll be followed by Marissa Sanchez at second base. Aaliyah Penn at third base. And if any of those ladies get on, Elia Riggins, she is the first baseman, and she is batting cleanup today. And oh, look at this, we have a John McHale sighting today.
All right,
we don't see that every day. No, just we actually see him just about every single time. He just was detained today, but he is here, and we're great. And need Lim back here as well, so pretty well covered today.
Yes, we really are, and so, but we are about ready to go for the. We're okay. Yeah, we're about ready to go here, and John looking for lineups and everything. That's what everybody's always looking for lineups. But anyway, looking out here, so it is a nice day. It's a little warm, but not bad at all. A great day, great weather for softball. As long as we don't get any wind, we have a forest fire going behind us. And yesterday it was 10 miles from town, and smoking like crazy. But today it seems to set down. So some days you get up and it's clear as a bell around here. And the next day you get up and you can't even hardly see your hand in front of your face because of the haze and the smoke pouring over from the forest fire over by Hemet Springs. So Bella Robertson warming up for Los Alamos, and Bella has done a great job. So usually it's Bella or Michaela Guillen doing the honors up on the mound, but today it's going to be Bella, and Bella has done an extremely good job on that mound as that pitcher. So Maria Cedillo, the head coach, and by the way, the Valley is coached by Oscar Medrano, and so.
Wow, they are taking a long time to warm up here in the top of the first inning. This is
they certainly are.
I believe you're supposed to get 8 warm-up pitches. That was at least 12 for Bella, I think.
nobody seems to be in any hurry to get this game going.
No, not so much. But
everybody wants to bask in the glory of state championships. And the referees, they arrived late so they could be. They did that on purpose so they could get a big cheer.
Yeah, I think that's exactly why they did it. So,
yeah, and so they, they were sitting in the car over there about 20 minutes ago, and then they said, okay, guys, let's go.
All right, still waiting for the home plate umpire. He is getting his paperwork together right now. And
look at that flag out there. Check that out.
All right.
Got a convertible out there and with a big, humongous Los Alamos flag, and they're driving around outside the outfield. We're ready to go. Here we go.
Yeah, there's not really any place for them to park out there, though.
No. So Bella Robertson right now, and she will face first pitch is going to be high, and that's going to be a ball. So at Angelica Carrillo, she is the shortstop. She'll be followed by Marissa Sanchez, is at second base, and then at third base we will have Elia Penn. And whoa, that ball is kind of on the low side, and it got by Jalen Rodriguez, the catcher, but is a called strike. So that makes it 1-1 right now to the leadoff batter for Valley. Bella burns one in down to Abby D. Herrera. She bobbles it. The throw is late. Abby D. Herrera, the shortstop for Los Alamos. It was an easy play. Should have been an easy play. It was just a right to her. She didn't even have to move. Just a little bouncing grounder. And she played it perfectly, but then it dropped out of her glove. She scooped it up. But then Angelica Carrillo, boy, she got down to first base in a hurry. So she's on first with as we have the error on the shortstop. And then right now it's Marissa Sanchez. She is a second baseman, Mike.
Right-handed batter, and pitch from Bella. Whoa, that one is yanked foul. She got a lot of bad ball, though. Yeah. Boy, that stays fair. That one's trouble.
Yes, it was. Boy, she like you say, she really got a hold of that ball. Unbelievable.
And out there in left field for Los Alamos, Micah Stanfield takes a couple steps toward the left field foul line.
Right up the middle to Abby D. Herrera that throws it to first. And then advancing to second on the play on the fielder choice is Angelica Carrillo. So she's on second on the fielder's choice. And so Marissa Sanchez gets essentially a sacrifice situation, fielder choice. And she is thrown out by the shortstop for Los Alamos, Abby D. Herrera. And she gets it over to Michaela Guillen. One away, runner on second base. And now the number 3 batter is going to be Elia Penn. And we're having some kind of a discussion. I don't know what's going on out there. Some problem out there in the center field. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a gopher hole. But anyway, there.
I don't know. It looks like they're looking at either something on the warning track or maybe one of the banners out there. But we got two umpires out there looking at it, and whatever they saw, they are satisfied with apparently. And so they going to make the very long run back.
Yes, and just to show that he was going to participate, the home plate umpire went down to third base.
All right.
I'm not going to just stand here.
He is not going to be a spectator today.
No, not at all. Here we go.
So bad for the Vikings number 3 batter, Elia Penn, also a right-handed batter. Runner on second base, 1 out. And that pitch is going to run inside. Robertson throwing very, very hard here to start this game, James.
Yeah, she really is. That pitch looked pretty good, but they, like Mike said, they decided it was too far inside. Runner on second, 1 away. And there's a pop plow, and that's going to go out of play. Stayed, hit the screen, the net behind the plate. So that's going to make it now. The count is 1-1 to Elia Penn, and Bella Robertson ready to go. This pitch is outside. And so
that broke late, though. I thought that caught the front corner of the plate.
yeah, so did I. It was a pretty good looking pitch, actually. This one's high and outside. So kind of looking at 3-1. So let's see. Traditionally, at 3-1, she should foul this one off. And then we'll go to 3-2. Oh,
whoa!
Right field. That's going to go against the fence. And here comes Angelica Carrillo. She's going to score and going for 3, maybe going for 4. I don't know. But the Hilltoppers finally get it in as Izzy Madison chases it down for Los Alamos. But wow, Elia Penn walks up there and pounds out a triple into right field.
Line drive straight to right center field. Izzy Madison, the right fielder, playing close to the line, got by her and rolled to the fence. And then it got to the fence and it just died. So there was no chance to do for any plays on the runner, no chance to get Penn going to third. She stands up with the triple.
And so the first baseman right now is at the plate. First pitch to her is catches the outside corner. That's Elia Riggins. She is a cleanup hitter for the Valley Vikings. This is a right down first base. So good thinking by Michaela Geehan. It just came right down the line and just stayed about 6 inches in fair and just kept on a straight line. So Michaela, she just picked it up, ran up, and then just tagged the runner. And then that way she had a good look at what was going on at third base with Elia Riggins.
Very, very smart play there by Guillen, picking it up. Had she tried to run that back to first base, she would have lost track on the runner. She might have had a chance to score.
Oh, absolutely. If she'd have turned around and gone, they'd have sent her.
Whoa.
And boy, hard grounder. Wow, one hopper, hard grounder right back to Bella Robertson. I don't even know how she got a glove on that one. Boy, I mean, that was hard hit and one bounce. No, it was dropping low. And boy, I tell you, Bella, she just reached out there and slipped that glove on it. So, Mike, that does it. They go down as Jersey Gutierrez, who was the batter, by the way. And she grounds out to the pitcher. So that brings the inning to an end. And so what do we got after one inning here, Mike?
So the Vikings score first here in this first round playoff game against Los Alamos. They push one run across. So they got one hit, one topper error, which does prove costly. One runner left on base, and they are up 1-0 after half an inning of play. The first batter of the ballgame reached on an error, and that was Angelica Carrillo, and she came around to score on a laser shot triple to right center from the number 3 batter, Elia Penn. So for Los Alamos, they will send Rihanna Naranjo, the leadoff batter, the center fielder, to the plate. short. Rihanna is able to beat it out.
Well,
that was a heck of a throw by the catcher there for the Vikings. That was that is Danielle Barella. That pitch a little bit low and in the dirt. Let's see. They did call a strike on that. I think that was correct. She left the bat out too long, but Ella, that was a tough throw from her knees, and she nearly got Rihanna, a very fast runner at second.
Yeah, it just bounced right in front of second base and right into the glove of the second baseman, and then she just laid the tag on, and it was like a half a step too late on the tag. And Jersey Gutierrez right now, not a very big girl, but she's throwing very hard, and it's a 1-2 count right now. At the plate for the Hilltoppers is Izzy Madison. Izzy is the right fielder. She's done a good job, and so throw down to third, and not in time. So the ball got away from the catcher, so she just quickly tagged Izzy on the third strike. So she's tagged Izzy, and then at the same time, Rihanna Naranjo, she took off for third, so she steals third, so she's now in scoring position, and we have one away as Izzy strikes out.
And a fly ball into right field. That's going to be deep enough to score Rihanna, but that was Abby Di Herrera, and her sac fly goes out into right field. That is caught by the Valley right fielder. That is Jade Chavez, and so that is two away, but that will bring Rihanna around to score. So that will tie up this ball game at 1 apiece. And up to bat now, Micah Stanfield, the cleanup hitter, chops one foul. Looks like, that one looks like it bottom kind of dropped out of it right at the plate.
Yes, it did. So the Hilltoppers right now, so it's a 1-1 ball game. So the Hilltoppers have tied it up, and they have a runner on. So there's a one bouncer back to the pitcher, underhand throw. And that one just simply goes over to first base. So she pops it over to Elia Riggins. So Jersey Gutierrez picks up that ball and over it. And so Jersey, so let's see, that was, I got mixed up, Mike. That was Michaela Guillen, right?
No, that was Micah Stanfield.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
So that'll do it for the Toppers in the first inning, but they tie up this contest after 1 inning of play. 1-1 ball game. The Toppers come up with a run on 1 hit, no Valley Viking errors, and no one left on base. So 1-1 here. This is winner goes on, loser goes home, Gene, in the first round of the softball playoff. Beautiful day here in White Rock. And for the Valley Vikings, let's see, they will bring to the plate Haley Mieta. She is the designated hitter. And she'll be followed by Danielle Barella, the catcher. And boy, she has got a gun on her. Watch out for Danielle. And then Mari Baca, the center fielder. So 6, 7, and 8 to do up for the Vikings here in this top of the second inning, facing Bella Robertson and the Toppers. All tied up at 1. And both teams able to scratch out a run there in that first inning.
So now, Mike, we're looking at the designated hitter, Haley Miera. And so she's batting for Jade Chavez, who is in right field. And the pitch is a little bit outside. And as Bella tried to take something off of that. So it just floats outside a little bit. 1-1 ball game here at White Rock, Hope Field. The 8 seed 9 Los Alamos. This was fouled off against the screen. The 9th seed at Valley Vikings from Albuquerque. So see if this Haley is able. Well, whatever Haley does, their next batter is going to be the catcher, Danielle Barrera. Barella. I can do this. Anyway, so the pitch, the count right now is going to be 2-1. So Bella comes a breeze outside. So Bella goes 3-1 to the opening batter, Haley Miera. 1-1 ball game.
See if Haley fouls us off, as she should.
Yes, he should.
And there we go.
That's it. Tradition.
So full count coming up here for Mieta, the leadoff batter here in the top of the second inning. And yeah, that's what you do. You foul off that pitch and make it a full count. Everybody knows that.
And that makes it more exciting by everybody. Here comes that 3-2 pitch. Whoa, and it's outside. So the first walk of the ball game. Haley Miera heads down to first base. And here comes Danielle Barella. She's a catcher, Mike. And, well, she's not a very big girl for a catcher.
She is not. She's a little skinny. It looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner here, a golden runner.
The golden runner coming out.
And that is that Jade Chavez?
Yeah, so
I guess Jade is going to run for Haley, which is Haley, a little unusual.
Haley bats for Jade, and Jade runs for Haley. Okay.
But anyway,
that's why they call it flex.
That's why they call it flats, exactly. But like we said, Danielle, just a sophomore, not a big girl at all, but she has got an arm. Boy, oh boy, she nearly threw out Naranjo from her knee.
Yes, she did. That was a beautiful throw. I thought she had her, but boy, I mean, it was like a half a step. Rihanna just barely beat that out. So this is a right field, right to. We're gonna get a double play. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. A line drive out into right field, and right there, coming for the Hilltoppers, Izzy Madison. She scoops, catches it on the run, and immediately fires it over to Michaela Guillen because the runner Haley, actually Jade Chavez, took off, so she was headed for second. And when Izzy caught that ball, and she just caught it on the run, coming straight forward, got it over to Michaela, double play.
Wow, and Izzy Madison, boy,
she's been fantastic out there.
What a defensive player out there in right field. She's had an outstanding season as one that's going to get through going up the middle, and that was Maria Baca, and she is aboard, going through the going just a little bit. Right of the bag of the second base, and she is aboard with a base hit. But again, back to Izzy. Izzy's been just absolutely fantastic on the defensive end, and then she's really elevated her offensive game here in the last probably month of the season.
Yeah, so at the plate right now is Jalen Kelly, and so Maria Baca, who is down at first base after that nice single. And she takes off. She goes to second. So both coaches being pretty aggressive here.
Yeah.
There's two outs on that double play. So the Hilltoppers got out of that one on a wise, very, very intelligent play by Izzy Madison. So that line drive out into right field. Izzy just took off, came charging in, caught it on the run, and just let it fly to Michaela Guillen, and they caught Jade Chavez off the base. So left-handed batter right now, Mike. This is Maria Baca.
There's a split grip, and she's going to bunt.
Slap bunt type of thing. It's going to get away from the. Anyway, slap bunt's going to go out. They're going to be scooped up. Trying to get to it was Maria De Herrera, the third baseman. She couldn't get to it. Had a lot of trouble picking it up. Made a bad throw over to Michaela Guillen. And so I got away from her. And so what happens, it ended up is that Jalen Kelly ended up safe at first. And so now down at the second and then advancing down to second base. And that play was Maria Baca. And right now, Mike, we're looking at the bottom of the order. And that's going to be Jalen Kelly, the left fielder. And that almost looked like a slap bunt.
I think that's what she wanted to do, but did not get out of the box very well.
No.
And so she actually had to do more of a traditional bunt. The throw gets away from Guillen, and boy, oh boy, the topper in a tightly, contested game like this, appears it's going to be. Toppers cannot afford plays like that.
No, they cannot. No. So they have runners on first and second. And the bottom of the order right now, Jalen Kelly.
I think you missed the end of the previous play.
I think I did too. We're at the top of the order, aren't we?
Let's see. This is Angelica Carrillo, and I'll catch you guys up here in a second. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, I was looking at my score sheet and like I got too many people on my score sheet. Okay.
And Carrillo watches the one right on the outside corner. DeLynn thought that was strike 3, but did not get the call on one of them. So a full count here. Runner still at first. 2 down for the Vikings. And Robertson is ready, and she goes. It looked like a rise ball. That's going to go foul and out of play. So we'll do it all again. But so what happened at the tail end of that play after the ball got away at first base, coming all the way around was Maria Baca, and she ended up scoring on that play. So the Vikings have a 2-1 lead now.
Yeah, 2-1 lead, and a runner on first. Ground ball right up the middle. Going to go out into center field, heading to third. There's the throw, and the throw's going to be off, and coming in, standing up at third base right now is Jalen Kelly, as Angelica Carrillo, who started things off with she got on an error by the shortstop, Abby D. Herrera. She should have been thrown out, but this time a nice clean single right up the middle, Mike.
Yep, and on a 3-2 count, and again going just a little right of second base. Hannah Bergeron playing really very much in the hole between first and second, and that's the second time. Basically, same location, and the ball's gotten through right there.
Yeah, Hannah's playing quite a ways away from second base toward first base.
She's actually moved over a little bit the last play. I think her and Michaela could have shook hands if they wanted to.
Yeah, she was pretty close. And the way that Los Alamos is set up right now, if they get one up the middle close to second base, there's nothing there to stop it. So So at the plate right now we have Marissa Sanchez, and Marissa. She's at third base right now. We have runners on second and third, and there's a hard line drive just to the left of the shortstop, Abby D. Herrera, and she brings her glove across the front of her body and then catches that. So it was over to the right side of her. She had to bring that left-handed glove all the way over just to get that beautiful play that time by Abby D. Herrera. So Marissa Sanchez, she flies out to the shortstop, and that ends the inning. They leave 2 on, Mike. They left Jalen Kelly on first, and then over on third they left Jalen Kelly at third, and then over at first base was Angelica Carrillo.
Yep. So the Vikings do score a run on 2 hits, another Topper error. That is their second of the ball game, and they leave 2 on base. So far, the Vikings have stranded 3 runners in the scoring position. So they, they have not only taken the lead back 2-1, they've had a couple of chances to bring even some more runs in. So the Toppers really going to have to tighten up their defense. 2 costly errors, one in the first inning, one in the second inning. So Toppers are really going to have to pay a little bit more attention to their defensive game. But in any event, coming up to bat for Los Alamos is Michaela Guillen. She'll be followed by Hannah Bergeron and Maria D. Herrera due up in the bottom of the second inning.
High fly ball out into left field. That's going to drop in. And coming over in a hurry to scoop it up for Valley is their left fielder, Jalen Kelly. So Kelly catches it on a one bouncer. And so Michaela Guillen just starts things off for the Hilltoppers with a nice single out into.
And that was actually a pretty good pitch from Jersey. That was kind of low and inside. Uh-oh.
They got Michaela in a pickle, and she's had it.
Wow.
See, there was nothing she could do. I'm not sure why she took off. I don't know if they had a hit and run going or anything, but she had no reason to go. It was the pitch was straight through to the catcher. The catcher just came right to her. So all she had to do is stand up and throw it to first base. And they got Michaela in the pickle, and they tag her out.
Wow, that was, I'm not quite sure what's happening. And I would find it a little surprising if they were going to try to hit and run with Hannah. Hannah is a big swinger, and she swings for the fence every single time, but that doesn't always equate to a ton of contact. So I would be surprised if that was a called play. Michaela was just way off the base.
Well, she was. I mean, they had her so cold. There was no way in the world she was going to get out of that one. Swing and miss this time at the plate right now is Hannah Bergeron. And so Hannah, she took a cut at that thing. 2-2 ball game right now. I mean, 2-2 is the count. 2-1 ball game. And so,
a nice pitch there by Jersey, trying to get Hannah to chase. And I think Hannah thought about it.
Yes.
That pitch kind of high and outside, but Hannah rarely sees a pitch she don't like. So
no, that's for sure.
And she's going to foul that one off. The count remains 3-2 the count now.
3-2. Amazing that you see Hannah go 3-2. She never lets that many balls go by. So anyway, here comes the 3-2 pitch, swing and miss. So Hannah Bergeron's trying. She goes down swinging, so that's one away. And so Mike now will bring up Maria De Herrera, the third baseman for Los Alamos.
And Maria up to bat. She is
M. De Herrera.
M. De Herrera, like we like to call her. She's the third baseman. And see what she can do. Actually, two away, Gene. Michaela thrown out
yes.
on that other interesting play.
In the pickle.
In the pickle.
Yeah.
That is a very technical term in a pickle.
Yeah, they made it official. I saw on the internet. So
that's exactly what it is. I love that term. My favorite baseball and softball term is pickle.
Yeah, it is really. And so not to be confused with pickleball, but anyway, whoa. The 0-2 pitch, and boy, that looked like it was right smack across the knees.
That was a pretty good pitch.
Maria De Herrera, and she's going to pop this one foul, and so the count now is going to stay at 1-2 or 2-2, I guess it is.
After that, that was. I have no idea where that pitch missed, Gene. That was a beautiful pitch.
God. Yeah, I mean, right down the middle and right at the knees. I mean, you don't throw them much better than that.
So we're having
okay, now we're having
looking over. I don't know, maybe Jersey's, I don't know, doing sandpaper on the ball or something. I don't know what they're looking at, but
I know. Call for new balls. The ground ball down to second. And that's going to be easily picked up by second base and so that comes to Marissa Sanchez, and then she just pops it over to Elia Riggins for the third out. So right now, Hilltoppers essentially go up three up, 3 down. They put Michaela Guillen with a nice little single out into left field, and she got caught in that pickle, tagged out, and then striking out was Hannah Bergeron, and then Maria De Herrera. She grounds out to second base. So that'll do it, Mike.
2-1 ball game here. The Vikings up after 2 innings of play, and Coming up in the top of the third for the Vikings. They will send to the plate. Their 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Elia Penn, the third baseman, followed by Elia Riggins. She is the first baseman, and Jersey.
I know John Riggins.
Yeah, he was heck of a halfback in his day.
Yes.
And Jersey Gutierrez, the pitcher. 3, 4, and 5 due up against Bella Robertson. The Vikings already with a 1-run lead, Gene, and have, like we said, stranded 3 runners in scoring position. 2 runners on third base in the end of those innings. So they have really threatened here. And
those runners we never should have put on either.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The Topper defense been a little shaky here to start this ball game. And remember, this is the first round of the state class 4A playoffs. The 8th seeded Toppers and the 9th seeded Valley Vikings. A winner moves on, a loser goes home.
Yes, it certainly does. And so, yeah, single elimination game. And then when they move into the next round, it's double elimination. And the boys, as I said, are playing this afternoon. They're going to play Valencia, and it's a best of 3 series. So they'll play 1 game today and 2 tomorrow if necessary, but it's the best 2 out of 3. And then, Mike, interestingly enough, after all of that, the boys advance after this weekend, and then they go into single elimination. There's a ground ball down to Hannah Bergeron, a little underhanded scoop to Michaela Guillen. So that will retire the leadoff batter, and that is Elia Penn. So Elia Penn grounds out to Hannah. And so
we'll bring up Elia Riggins.
Yes, and she had a triple, Mike.
And that was a big swing into the gap.
Penn had the triple. See. Oh, okay, Elia Riggins. Oh, yeah. Oh, she was tagged out by.
And Reagan's going again in the gap between just right of the bag at second, and that's going to go out into right field for another base hit. That is the 3rd base hit by the Vikings at pretty much that exact spot. And Bergeron makes a dive at it, comes up empty. But boy, they like that about 8 feet from the bag there at second.
Yeah, they really do. So Jersey Gutierrez, the pitcher, now comes to the plate. There's one away runner on first base. Swings and misses. Boy, she chased that one like crazy. It was floating outside. But boy, Jersey, she wanted to get a hold of that. She chased it all the way almost into the other side of the batter's box. This one's the same pitch, but the Jersey decides to let this one go. And so it's going to be, let's see, what is the count? 1 and 2. I hate that scoreboard. Anyway.
Well, just so bright. It's so blinding. You look at it and you're just, you get flash burns if you look at it too long.
I put my sunglasses on, still doesn't do any good. So anyway, so called strike right at the knees. Boy, Valley doesn't like that one, and that was a fairly controversial call. That boy, the referee, the umpire, he didn't waste any time coming up with that one.
Yeah, that looked like it was a hair outside, but Bella gets the call and she gets the strikeout. That is, I think it's the first strikeout for Bella, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is.
Yes, it is.
Wow, with that Bella. She's usually flirting with double digits in strikeouts, so that's a little unusual. So Valley obviously very good at getting contact.
Yes.
And again, Jersey not super happy about that call.
No.
She did not put up too much of a fight, I think, because she hoped she
gets.
Holy moly.
I mean, that ball was a mile outside, and it's a called strike. And the one before that was outside. That was a called strike. I think it, in part, I thought it should be ball 3, and right now it's 1 and 2.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
And Bella wisely goes after that outside corner.
Again.
And Kaylee really had no choice but to take a wave at it, and that's going to do it. So for the Vikings, no runs on 1 hit, no topper errors, and 1 left on base. 2-1 still after 2.5 innings, but wow, a couple of generous calls out there on the outside corner.
Wow. I mean, I'm surprised that we didn't hear more from the Valley crowd, because I mean, the first pitch I thought was outside, and he called it a strike. And that one, could have gone either way. But the second one was like, wow. I mean, it was further outside than the first one.
All right. But in any event, 2-1, bottom of the 3rd inning, Gene. And coming to the plate for the Toppers, that will be.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can figure out who that is.
Izzy Garcia. The designated.
Oh, yes.
Designated hitter.
Yep. Garcia, the designated hitter, followed by Jalen Rodriguez, the catcher, and then we'll swing around at the top of the order to Rihanna Naranjo. So Garcia, right-handed batter, and batting in the 8th spot, and she's a designated hitter today. I've never understood why you have a designated hitter that low in the lineup, but that's kind of commonplace in softball.
Yeah, and there's another called strike on Izzy. That one looked a little low, but anyway, swing and miss by Izzy. So, Mike, interestingly enough, the Hilltoppers have only put up 7 batters in the 2 innings. In the 2 innings that they batted, and they put a runner on first. They put a runner on in the first. In the first inning, they came around to score, but then the last inning, they actually only went with 3 batters. Michaela Guillen got caught in that pickle, and that was the first out. And then the next 2 batters were put out. So the Hilltoppers this is only the 8th batter of this ballgame for Los Alamos, and Izzy Garcia, the designated hitter.
And she's going to bunt the 3rd strike foul, and she is out. I don't understand that at all.
I know.
It's going to bring Dalen Rodriguez to the plate. She's a number 9 batter to face Jersey Gutierrez. And Jersey throws a hard fastball right at the belt, and Daylin, who's a big swinger, couldn't catch up to it. Another one right by Daylin. So quickly, Jersey up 0-2. She is throwing very, very hard. She is not a big girl, Jim.
No, she isn't. But boy, she's got some power. She's a senior, but boy, she got some power behind that pitch. This one's fouled off against the screen, so the count remains at 0-2.
Jersey not wasting a whole lot of time between pitches either.
No. So we have 1 away, and we have right now Dalen Rodriguez, and then she is the number 9 batter. And then we're going to move around to the front of the top of the order, and they're fouled off by Dalen. We'll come around to the top of the order, and we're looking at Rihanna Naranjo. So Rihanna will be up at least for sure. But Valley has been doing a good job of taking care of the Hilltoppers. Swing and miss. So Dalen Rodriguez, she decides to take a whiff. And here we go. Here we go to the top of the order.
Took a whiff of that one, yes.
She's going to take a whiff during the break. Anyway, we're top of the order. Rihanna Naranjo, foul ball, first baseline. So, anyway, Mike,
I'm impressed by Jersey. She is throwing very, very hard right now, and she's not even pretending she's throwing anything but fastballs. And Los Alamos really hasn't been able to do anything with them.
Yeah, so this one is popped up foul. That's going to be out of play. It's going to make it 0-2. And right now, Jersey Gutierrez is I mean, she's just coming into her. I mean, she's just coming into her stride right now. Well, I mean, she's pitching really hard, and boy, good hard pitches and right over the mound, right over the plate. This one's fouled off. That's going to make it. Oh, it's remained 0-2. 2 outs, nobody on. And right now, Valley up 2-1 on Los Alamos as we are in the bottom of the third inning. It doesn't look like this game's going to end. There's a strike. Doesn't look like this game's going to end up in a mercy rule.
We are not in that on pace for that. So three consecutive strikeouts for Jersey Gutierrez. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left for the Toppers. 2-1 after 3 complete innings. And Jane, boy, I cannot believe we are at the end of the sports season.
I
am stunned. I swear we were doing football like a month ago.
Yeah, I know. Football and soccer, volleyball. I mean, like you say, it just seemed like we just did that a couple of weeks ago. But my golly, that fall season, I mean, it just roared by. And then the basketball season was crazy because all the COVID stuff. And, they had games that were canceled. Mike and I did 3 games with no spectators. And that was kind of interesting, too, because they put a table right up there by the side of the court, and we had a perfect view of everything.
Oh, it was the best seats we ever had.
Yes, it was.
But, just crazy basketball season with kind of going in and out of COVID. And here we are in the softball playoffs. I can hardly believe it. And you, of course, are listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. I want to thank Carol Clark and the Daily Post for their support of Hilltopper Sports. And, of course, we want to thank the fire department and the police department. They are our primary sponsors. And, those gentlemen have been very busy with fire season. But
right now, my golly. Danielle Baca is at the Barella. Danielle Barella is at the plate. First pitch, she takes a cut, and there's a little floater out into right field. And Izzy Madison charging it, couldn't get to it, so it gets by her, and the throw's going to go down to second. But Izzy thought maybe she could get to it if she charged it. So she charged it really hard, but it hit right in front of her, and then she had nothing she could do. So Rihanna Naranjo comes running over from center field, scoops it up, and the throw goes to second. And so Danielle Barella starts things off, and she ends up at second base. And here comes now is for the
an attempted slap bunt here by Baca. That is off, but Maria De Herrera playing way off third base in anticipation of the bunt, and just taking off was Badella. Nobody at third, so she gets the stolen base.
Ground ball down to Abby De Herrera, and again brings it to the plate, but that is too late, and scoring is Danielle Barella. So she starts off gets it down to second base, is able to essentially steal third on that slap bunt attempt, and then Maria Baca grounds out now to Abby De Herrera, but she drives in a run, makes it now 3-1 in favor of Valley. And at the plate, Mike, we have Jalen Kelly, left-handed batter.
Left-handed batter. She has that split grip on the bat.
Oh yeah.
Well, she takes a full cut there. You see a lot of slap bunters do that, use that split grip. But that was no slap bunt. That was a cut.
No, she started to go for the bunt.
That pitch runs outside. 1-2 the count here.
Yeah, slap bunt. They line up, and then they get the bat in bunting position. Then they charge the ball, and then that gives them the idea, instead of just bunting it, the whole point is that if you charge it and get out there in front of it, then you can you have a good chance to place it where you want instead of just bunting it and hoping, not sure where it's going to go. But so with the slap bunt, that's the whole point of it, is to try to face it, is to place it somewhere, and where fielders aren't, of course. And right now, Jalen Rodriguez,
she took a foul ball right off an uncovered part of her leg.
Yes, she did.
And she's feeling that. She's going to stick in the ball game. Maria Cedillo coming out to check on her. Boy, oh boy. I do not understand how anybody on earth would want to be a catcher ever.
I don't either. And there's a little slap bunt. That's going to, and this time we're going to have a diving catch out in left field. Wow. Wow, what a play. And was that Rihanna, or was that Naranjo? Or
no, that was Micah Stanfield charging way in. She was playing about middle depth in left field. Comes in charging hot, makes a dive and makes the catch. I didn't think she had a prayer to get there.
Not at all. And so the batter that time, Jalen Kelly, she kept playing that slap bunt. So what she did on that one was she charged forward like she does with the slap bunt, but then she went ahead and just took a cut. So as she was charging forward, making it look like a bunt, she just suddenly let it go, got it out into left field. Wow, what a catch out there by Micah Stanfield. I don't know how in the world she got it. Diving, and I mean diving to the grass. And there's the high fly ball. That's going to be right down third base, and that's going to come down to Maria De Herrera, and that will do it. So Jalen Kelly at the plate, and see, that was that was Angelica Carrillo, and so she flies out to third base, and that ends the inning. But 1-run scores for the. So right now they're looking at a 3-1 lead here against Los Alamos.
Yeah, after 3.5 innings of play, the Vikings up 3-1 in this Class 4A playoff contest. The Vikings score a run after a nice double to lead off the inning from Danielle Barella. Very, very impressive young player, just a sophomore. That was the only hit of the ball of the inning for the Vikings. No errors. Nobody left on base. 3-1 in favor of the Vikings. So coming up here in the top of the fourth, Toppers would really, really like to get something going here. And they were set down in order last inning against Jersey Gutierrez, who was throwing very, very well in that last inning.
Yeah, 10 batters in 3 innings.
That's not too shabby.
No, it isn't.
So Izzy Madison due up for the Toppers. She'll be followed by Abby De Herrera and then Micah Stanfield, 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order due up for Los Alamos. For right now, Izzy Madison struck out in her first trip, and then
whoa! She bunts it, and it goes way up in the air. So it's a high bunt. Going to come right down in front of the plate. Charging in comes Jersey Gutierrez, dives into the dirt, throws that arm out there, throws that glove out there, and somehow she pulls that one in. What a play by the pitcher, Jersey Gutierrez. Wow.
Nice play. I'm not a fan of the pitcher doing that ever, though, Gene.
No.
But a heck of a play there by Jersey to record the out. 1 away. Izzy, let's see Izzy bunt that often.
No, you don't. And also she's batting second, but now at the plate for Los Alamos is Abby De Herrera. And Abby lays one out into left center field. And that one's going to be pulled in by the center fielder that is Maria Baca out there in center field with a nice hit by Abby. And so the Hilltoppers, they pop foul to the pitcher, and now out to the center fielder. And so at the plate right now, Mike, we had let's see.
That was Micah Stanfield. She's going to roll one to second base. Nice pickup over there at second base for the Vikings by Marissa Sanchez, and throws Micah out. So on one pitch. So I think like a 4-pitch inning.
Oh, 2-strike pitch, and that is strike 3. So Marissa Sanchez goes down swinging.
Nice fastball in the outside corner there from Robertson. I believe that is her 3rd strikeout of the ball game, if I'm not mistaken.
And here comes Elia Penn, the third baseman. She had a triple to start things off in that first inning. Interestingly enough, Mike, she ended up stranded on third base. Did not make it in after the triple, but she did knock in the run. One bouncer down to Hannah Bergeron, and Hannah took her eye off the ball. It was a little short pop fly. Not much elevation on it at all, coming out right towards second base. Hannah came running in, and she knew it was going to be a tight play. So you could just see that when she went down to scoop up the ball with her glove, you could see her take her eyes off the ball. And there's a fly ball out into right field, and she's coming around to third. So what's going to happen here right now is that's going to advance the see that? Okay, that's going to advance Elia Penn to third, and then Elia Riggins is going to end up at first base. So runners on first and third, Mike, and we should have the pitcher up, Jersey Gutierrez.
Yes, Jersey up. And a big chance to help herself out here.
Yes.
Runners at first and third, 1 out. And Topper infield pulled way in. Actually, the outfield pulled way in too. They don't want to.
And there's a fly ball down to Hannah Bergeron right in front of second base. So just over the pitcher's mound and right in front of second. So Hannah comes over, makes a nice play, and then it holds the runners. So Jersey Gutierrez flies out to second, and That now will bring up Haley Mariera. She's a designated hitter. We have runners on first and third, Mike, with one away. And
I think we have a new batter.
Two away, actually.
Yes, 2 down now for the Vikings. That was a big out there.
Yes, it was.
Bergeron grabbed that one. Big out there for Bella Robertson. 2 down, but yeah, we have a pinch hitter here for the Vikings, and that is the freshman Alexis Zubia. So coming in, wow, what a spot here for the freshman.
Yes.
And we'll see what she does. Batting for Haley Mieta,
the designated hitter.
I wonder if she didn't have to come out after she was switched out as a runner.
Oh yeah, I wonder. Yeah.
In the event, big.
There's ground ball down to Abby D. Herrera, throw to first. And that's in time. So the Hilltoppers get out of it. Runners on first and third, but Abby D. Herrera makes a great play on the ground ball right to her, and she gets it over to Michaela Guillen, and the Hilltoppers retire the side and get out of it without, I mean, it looked for a minute like it was going to be a disaster here for the Hilltoppers, but Valley not able to push the runners in. They leave 2 stranded, Mike, and Zubia, the pinch hitter. So she rounds out, and so that will bring the inning to an end. And so, Mike, after what is it now? After 4.5 innings?
4.5 innings, yes. Coming up, bottom of the 5th here, coming up. And again, we want to thank our sponsors, the Los Alamos Fire Department and the Los Alamos Police Department. Thank you for your sponsorship of Hilltopper Sports here on the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. We very much appreciate it and hope everybody is stays safe. Boy, this fire season is, we're just getting started.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be a long one.
I mean, we're just the 1st of May and we're already, how many fires are everywhere?
Yeah, we have the Calf Canyon fire over there by Las Vegas. That is currently the largest fire in the entire nation.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, that's
yeah. We're just getting started. That hadn't even cranked up yet.
Yeah, that one over there by the Vegas Hermit's Peak is just, I mean, they just can't get any control. And what kills them is that we've had so much wind here, especially at the end of April and the first part of May. But here we go as the Hilltoppers come to the plate, and the leadoff batter for Los Alamos will be Michaela Guillen. She is the first baseman. Got caught in the pickle last time she was up.
Yes, in the pickle, absolutely. So Guillen, she did have a single to lead things off in the second. Pops that one up. And squeezed by the shortstop for the Vikings. That is Angelica Carrillo. The Vikings have played a pretty clean defensive game so far.
Yeah, they have. And so that was a high pop fly right out to shortstop. And shortstop, she didn't have to move very far to get a hold of that one. It's Angelica Carrillo. So now, Mike, let's see, supposed to be up right now is Hannah Bergeron.
Yeah, that is Hannah. And the umpire going over to talk to the Toppers in the dugout. Not sure what took umbrage at something. I'm not sure what it was.
Oh, Hannah tries to check her swing, but can't. And it's a called strike, but she took a swing anyway. She didn't get that bat back in time. So the called strike on Hannah.
On to the count here to Bergeron, and Jersey Gutierrez she is tough.
Yeah, she is, and so this one is fouled off against the screens. That's going to make it 1-2, and on deck right now is Maria De Herrera. She is the third baseman. Hannah is the second baseman. Swing and miss, and that'll do it. Whoa, so 2 away, and we're still on pace for a +1 batter over the allowed amount. So 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hilltoppers down 1-3. So the Hilltoppers need to get something going because they're running out of time, big time. And Jersey Gutierrez is on fire.
She absolutely is. She has set down 10 straight batters and without a whole heck of a lot of problem, actually.
Swing and miss and strike two. So Jersey, I mean, like I say, she's caught her stride. This one has fouled off. I mean, she's throwing very, very well, very accurately, and very hard. See, those balls aren't floating all over. You don't see these any wild pitches or anything there. I mean, they're all coming in very close to the plate, and she just sings one right by Maria De Herrera, and De Herrera takes a cut and she goes down. So it's 3 up, 3 down as Michaela Guillen flies out to short, and then Hannah Bergman strikes out, and then Maria De Herrera strikes out. So 3 up, 3 down. That's not exactly what the Hilltoppers need, Mike. When you're down by 2, single elimination playoff game, and right now the Hilltoppers have 2 more innings to get something going.
Robertson still on the mound for the Hilltoppers, and Maria Cedillo taking her time with the Topper defense. I think you're reminding them that they cannot afford to fall down any further behind than they are. So for the Vikings coming up here in the top of the 5th inning, they're going to send Danielle Barella, Mari Baca, and Jalen Kelly, the 6, 7, and 8 batters. No, 7, 8, 9 batters to the plate. So, and they will face Robertson. Robertson has not pitched poorly today.
No, she has not.
She's actually pitched fairly well and looked pretty good in that last inning. Got into some trouble first and third, 1 out, and able to get out of that pickle. So nice comeback there for Bella Robertson. Looks like we're going to have some changes here.
5 for 7.
5 for 7 and 16 for 13. I don't know what team they're talking about though, so it doesn't do me a lot of good.
5 for 7.
So I think that was. So I think that was for the Vikings, and but I can't swear to it. In any event, up to the straight back is Danielle Barella, and Barella. Let's see, her last time up had a double and came around to score, and that was the 3rd Viking run of the contest. 1-1 the count.
And so
and taking all the way, was that
wasn't a 3-0, was it? 2? It counts 2-1 and 2 and looks like 2 and 2.
Well, they're going to say that Bella, I guess, lost contact, I think, with the rubber, and they're going to call that a ball.
Oh.
And
this is a foul ball down the right field line.
Uh-oh. Something happened over there, and it was out of play.
Yes, somebody must have caught it there. One of the spectators on the other side of the first base dugout.
That's pretty cool. I'm not going to catch that.
No. Big cheer from everybody. We couldn't see it over on the other side of the dugout, but this one has popped up foul, and that's going to come down right behind us, and so we have
the scoreboard says 2 and 2. I think it's 3 and 2. No, it was not 3 and 2 apparently because it was a ball. So now it's 3.
It is.
Like I said, it's 3 and 2, Gene.
Apparently, yes. So ground ball. That's going to go down to Hannah Bergman. Scoop it up. Great play by Hannah. Wow, she had to just charge. I mean, she was set out there, and boy, all of a sudden Hannah just had to charge to her left, and the ball was actually heading over just a little past first base and to the left side of first base at fair side. So she just came charging over. She she was pretty close to the sideline, scooped it up on the run, and then just kind of almost a no-look pass over to Michaela
a little
Guillen.
bit. So you know what? I don't think it's Hannah. Let's see, who is that? I don't think it's Hannah. That looks like I think it's Elia Garcia out there at second now.
There's a ground ball. Oh, nice stop by Abby D. Herrera, but she can't pick it up in time. And so she is
tough play. Abby trying to backhand that one, had to go pretty far out over to her right. Got a glove on it, but could not keep it in the glove. That one squirts away from her. Gina, I'm gonna give her a hit.
Yes. Elia Garcia is at second, Mike.
All right.
There's a little bunt. That's going to get by everybody. Bad throw to first. And we got a runner heading toward third. They're going to hold her up. But all of a sudden, the wheels are coming off of the Hilltopper defense.
Brother.
I mean, that was a little ground ball down toward third. They pick it up. The bad throw to first. It gets by Kayla Guillen. And so right now we're having a little sermon on the mound here as Maria Cedillo goes out to talk to her team. But right now it's just a tough situation here for the Hilltoppers as they, let's see, we still have no outs in this inning, and we have one out.
One out in the inning so far, but runners at first and third. And Maria Baca getting on a infield single. That would have been a very, very tough play for Abby there. And then a beautiful bunt there on last batter, Jalen Kelly. But that one actually got to Abby as well, and Abby threw it away. So uncharacteristic, very, very good defensive shortstop. And she just rushed her throw and really shouldn't have thrown it, to be honest with you. They had no chance to get the runner.
Yeah, and so then heading over to third base. So we have runners now on second and third in scoring position. And we're looking right now, Mike, at the top of the order, the Angelica Carrillo, the shortstop. And she pops one up. That's going to drop in out there in right field. And boy, that's going to score a bunch of runs. And another triple. So Angelica Carrillo comes up and she whacks out a triple into right field. Michaela Izzy Madison trying to back up, get to it. Could not get to it. Drops in. So that is a triple now for Angelica Carrillo. And she drives in a bunch of runs. So let's see, we had 2 runs come in, I do believe, right?
Yes. So 5-1. Runner on third, 1 out. Things are unraveling very, very quickly here for Los Alamos.
Yeah, they certainly
are.
And
I don't think that's Izzy in right field. Who is that? That's not Izzy. So I think that was that's Onessa Wiaki out there in right field now.
Yeah, that was a 5 for 7, he said. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was right. Onessa for Izzy. And this one, she pops it up. The batter right now at the plate.
And she's going to be out. The third base coach for Valley could not get out of the way. That was a foul ball. He was actually trying to get out of the way, could not, and interfered with the third baseman trying to make the play. So they're going to call that an out. That is the correct call.
Whoa.
And so
that's crazy.
So that will be a foul.
There's another hard grounder out into right field. That's going to go up against the fence.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to have another triple, it looks like. Sliding into third and diving into third and head first. And that was Marissa Sanchez, the second baseman. So she comes up. We have back-to-back triples right now by Valley. And they're just pouring in the runs. 1, 2, 3,
And that was actually Penn with the triple. And
okay. Elijah Penn.
Yeah, Sanchez was called out on that.
That's right.
On that play, and flip over from Garcia to first base for out number 3, but the damage is done. And a huge inning for the Valley Vikings. They're up 6-1. Gene,
so that was Elia Riggins right at the plate.
Yes.
Okay.
So wow, yeah,
we're at 6-1. Oh my, things are falling apart here at Hope. We're losing hope at Hope Field. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up, and the Hilltoppers are down by 5. And boy, I'm telling you, a big inning for Valley that time. I mean, they whacked that ball. So I mean, good hitting, and the Hilltoppers, they just one of those situations where, they placed that ball pretty well. That hit out into right field, and dropping back trying to get to it. Onessa Wayake, she just couldn't get to it. And once those drop in, it's like, it's not that far from home plate to first base, and first base to second in softball. And these girls, I mean, they're very aggressive. I mean, every one of those girls, they didn't even slow down a second, look and see what's going on. They just headed for third. And the last one, they picked up the triple. She dived in ahead of the throw. She just barely got there in time. But anyway, right now, unfortunately for Los Alamos, we're looking at a 6-1 ball game, and the Hilltoppers are going to come up in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're going to be down by 5. So right now for the Hilltoppers, it's got their work is cut out for them, as they say. And,
yeah, it absolutely is. So coming up for the Toppers, we have not had a whole lot of success on the offensive end today.
No,
they're gonna bring up Billy Garcia, who is now at second base, then followed by Dylan Rodriguez, and then Rihanna Naranjo due up in the 6th. So the Toppers are a formidable offensive unit. So hope is not lost yet.
No,
but they got to do something against Jersey Gutierrez, and she has just been on fire the last 3.5 innings.
She has their number, boy, that's for sure. And the thing is that, I mean, like I said before, she's not throwing pitches that are floating, wide and high. And I mean, all her pitches are good pitches. Little bunt, that's foul.
Wow.
Too bad that went foul.
Topper just cannot catch a break there. That was an excellent bunt there by Garcia.
Rolled about a foot down the first baseline and then went foul.
It was about an 1.5 inch foul. Very wise play there by Danielle Borella just to wait for it. She had no chance to pick it up and throw it and get the out, so she was just hoping it rolled foul. And a fastball strikeout for Jersey. Unbelievable.
Yes, Elia Garcia strikes out. And now here comes should be the catcher for Los Alamos, Jalen Rodriguez. And that's exactly who it is. So Jalen, she only batted twice in this ball game. And
the Toppers really have not gotten a lot more than the minimum amount so far. As a matter of fact, I think they're just one over the minimum.
Yeah, they are. As far as the number of batters they put to the plate. Jalen Rodriguez, the catcher, shows bunt, foul. That one just kind of pops up over the catcher's head and out of play. So I don't know why we're bunting. But anyway,
well, I don't know, but the swinging away hasn't done us a whole lot of good so far either. So I don't know how you attack this, but Valley's been very solid defensively in this game too. So I don't know if that's going to do a lot of good. And that pitch runs high. Daylin was she was locked and loaded, just was able to hold herself back.
This one, she pops a foul against the screen. Anyway, so right now we're sitting here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Hilltoppers trailing the number 9 seed, the Hilltoppers number 8 seed, and they trail the Valley Vikings from Albuquerque by a score of 6-1. And the Hilltoppers,
oh man,
whoa, change up curve. Wow.
I think that is the only changeup I think Jersey has thrown.
That's the only one I can remember.
And Daniel had no idea what to do with it.
Yeah, I know.
That's almost not fair.
Yeah, really. That thing just came in and then just floated to the right. It was, what a beautiful pitch. Pop fly to the shortstop, and that will do it. So at the plate for Los Alamos at that point was Rihanna Naranjo. So Rihanna flies out to the shortstop, and that retires the side. So once again, Mike, it's 3 up, 3 down. So it has not been an offensive explosion by the Hilltoppers, which the thing is, we've been watching the Hilltoppers all season, and their hitting has been really, really good. Their defense has really picked up. They were a little suspect at first, like I said, but their defense in the last few games has been outstanding, and their hitting, they're just been pounding the ball, and they just can't. Jersey Gutierrez she has their number. The thing about Jersey is that every pitch, the thing that surprised me is you see these pitchers pitch, and you see that, you see them high and outside and inside, and every one of Jersey's is almost a strike every time.
I don't think she's thrown 10 balls in the last 4 innings. They have all been right on the plate. She has been fantastic, and she's throwing so well right now. She's not even pretending she's throwing anything. She's not doing anything fancy. She's just blowing everybody away.
I'll see at the plate right now is okay. This is okay. The pitcher, Jersey Gutierrez. Yes, Jersey comes to the plate, and here comes one of those wild pitches.
Bella trying to put something a little extra on that one. That one got away from her.
Yes, it did.
But 6-1 ball game in the 7th inning, and the Toppers. Boy, oh boy! Look at the defense, Gene. They're about. They're like 1/4 depth.
Yes.
Over there. Maria Tejeda on third. She better watch out. She might get hit with a bat.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure why we're playing in so much against Jersey.
Jersey's got some power.
Yeah, and I don't see. Yeah, she flew out to Hannah Bergeron last time she was up. Oh, that looked mighty good.
Oh, there it's a late call.
Yeah, late call. For a minute, I thought he was going to give us a Leslie Nielsen, but
2-2 the count, and
swing and miss.
Down.
So Jersey goes down. So that's it for Jersey. And now we're going to look. Well, let's see. We had Zubia up last time.
Now we had Haley Mieta's back up.
Oh, okay. So hey.
So freshman Alexa Zubia pinched hit for Haley a couple of innings ago, which is a little unusual, but Haley's back in the game.
Yes. So
softball has its own rules of substitution, and sometimes they're a little hard to follow.
They have a lot of crazy rules, it's kind of like soccer.
Soccer is such a cut and dried sport, Gene. I don't understand why you have any trouble with that at all. So cut and dry.
So anyway, that last pitch was a ball, and there's a fly ball down the right field line. That goes foul.
Looks like Izzy Madison back there at right field again.
So
a little surprised they took her out, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, not sure why. And I put on Nessa and Wayake. I guess they say Nessa can say she played in the state championship game.
Do it.
So Elia Miara. Pitch is going to be, and there's an expression I haven't heard in a long time. Good eye. Good eye. Way to watch.
I wish I could get D up in baseball and softball. I don't know why they don't do that.
I know. I say, every time somebody comes to the plate, you just start in. D up.
Got to play defense.
I know. I love that chant.
I know. That's your favorite. So check out Rihanna Naranjo and Izzy Madison here in right. Izzy Madison, I mean, if she fell down to her left, she'd be like halfway over the right field foul line. And Rihanna is in right center.
Look at left field's completely open.
Holy moly.
Well, there's nobody in left field.
No, there is nobody over there. Left fielder is, I mean, she was slightly to the left of second base. So obviously they were not expecting Haley to pull, but she did not. She ended up drawing the walk, and we're going to have a pinch runner, a golden runner for her.
And Danielle Varela, the catcher, now comes to the plate. So we had that walk, so there's one away. Runner on first base, and the catcher is at the plate. Scored one run. She hit a double. And the second time she was up. Throw down to second base. And the throw is a little short. So sliding in safe at second base right now. And that is...
I think that's Zubia.
Yeah, Zubia, yes. So Zubia running for Haley Mills, and so Haley Mills, Haley Miara.
Yeah, that was the Parent Trap play. Gene.
Yes, it was. So Danielle Barella, the catcher, standing up there and facing Bella Robertson right now, and so the 6-1 ball game. Valley up. There's a bunt. And, well, I thought she might run it out, but she does move the runner to third. So a nice bunt by Danielle Barella. So she has a bunt sacrifice. And so then that going over to third now is Zubia. And coming to the plate is Maria Baca. She is the center fielder.
Baca switch hitter apparently, now hitting from the right side. Actually, it looked like she was going to get into the left-handed batter's box and change her mind.
Yeah, she's the one that had that crazy little slap bunt event where she actually showed a slap bunt and actually took a swing right back to Bella Robertson, gets away from her, and Bella, it was some confusion. I think she was worried about the runner coming in from third, and she didn't really check her that well.
She did. Oh, I think Bella. I think it hit her.
Yeah, I think it did.
So she is. She looks like she's a little shaken up, and
she looked a little confused because that should have been a simple play to first, and then you go to first, and then Michaela would bring it home. Michaela Guillen would bring it home, and so I don't think that Valley would try to force that run in, but it went right to Bella, and she had a little trouble with it, not too much, but she picked it up. I thought she was just going to throw it to first, and she just suddenly just stood up, and she didn't really check third, and then finally she turned around to make the throw to first, and it was not a good throw. So runners on first and third at this point.
So, and Bella still trying to stretch herself out a little bit. Then I don't know if they got her in the leg or what happened, but and then no, coaching staff didn't go and check on her. I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, Jalen Kelly comes to bat for Oscar Madrano. This one's going to be low and in the dirt, gets away from Daylin, but she's able to chase it down. Let's see.
Well, it's going to be interesting if anything gets past Daylin. That's Bella's job to go and cover home, and she's walking around a little tenderly.
Yeah, she is. So
good eye there for for Jalen Kelly. 2-1 the count, 2 out.
Way to watch.
Way to watch.
Okay.
That was my favorite, especially one that was about to bean me. That was my favorite chant. The way to watch. Good eye.
Yes. Okay. So Jalen Kelly is at the plate, and the count is 3-1. So here comes a foul ball. So we'll have a 3-2. Whoa. There's the ball. So we load the bases. So Jalen Kelly draws a walk. Kelly draws a walk.
Wow. That actually wasn't a bad pitch. That one might have run slightly inside, but we've seen pitches on that side of the much further out on that side of the plate get rung up.
So
Bella was not happy about that call. I don't blame her.
There's a high fly ball out into left field. Nobody's there. All the way to the fence. And here comes all kinds of runs in for the Valley Vikings. There's a throw to third, and she dives in. She's safe. No, they got her. Did they get her?
Did they get? Well, they did call her out, but the second run did score. The second run did score before the out was recorded. That is going to count as 8-1. And Oscar Medrano is steamed about something. I have no idea what.
It's 9-1, Mike.
Yes, I'm sorry, 9-1 the count now.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Oscar Medrano is absolutely steamed. I don't know what he's arguing here.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe, is he saying somebody ran into somebody or did some sort of obstruction? That's the only thing I can figure. He has not left the field yet. He is livid.
Well, I don't understand you when you're up 9-1. I mean, you say the heck with it and say, good job, girls. But here we go. Bottom of the seventh inning. And Medrano's still out there jawing at the umpire. And so finally he is, well, that conversation is now over.
Well, it was ended. I don't think Oscar Medrano ended it.
No,
I think he still wanted to discuss it. He was absolutely steamed about something.
Yes.
And all I can figure was maybe he thought there was some sort of obstruction. That's my only guess, that because he was pointing kind of toward the field. But in any event, it is 9-1, 8-run advantage for the Valley Vikings, and this is it for Los Alamos.
Yeah.
Their last gasp.
Yeah. Well, not a big task ahead of them. They only 8 runs, and they can put this into extra innings.
That's right, against Jersey Gutierrez, who the Topper offense has done nothing against since about the second inning. So Oscar Medrano has made peace with the home plate umpire, if nothing else. But boy, oh boy, he was hot under the collar about something. In any event, coming up for Los Alamos, it's going to be Izzy Madison, the right fielder, followed by Abby D. Herrera, and then Micah Stanfield. So 2, 3, and 4. So the Toppers are sitting favorably in the batting order, but have a big task ahead of them.
Okay, and Izzy showing bunt. Then she pulls back and takes a swing. And so that's strike one.
Down by 8 runs. I don't know what a bunt's going to do for you.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because Jersey Gutierrez is this is going to go foul down the first baseline.
See, and I don't like this. Even if this was a closer game, that's going to throw off Izzy's timing. against a very, very hard throwing pitcher. And there it is, 3 pitches, 3 strikes.
Yes, and so, Mike, let's see. So looking at the situation here is, see, 18. So right now, Jersey Gutierrez has, no, that was the 20th batter that she faced. And she's essentially retired 19 of them.
Wow.
Even though the Hilltoppers have gotten on base and then got caught in pickles and stuff like that, but still they've retired 19 of 20.
One batter over the minimum. Had fouls when that was going to go out of play off of the roof of the Valley dugout.
Yeah, and the thing is, our one extra batter that we got up there against Jersey scored.
Yes, that's right.
Right off the bat in the first inning. And boy, it's been nothing since then. Nice hit out into left center field. That's going to go up against the fence. That's going to be extra bases. And pulling up at second, nice hit that time. Pulling up at second time that time was Abby D. Herrera. So Abby, nice hit out into left center field. And so that's going to bring up to the plate for Los Alamos. Let's see.
I think it's Lindsey Ferran here.
I was going to say, it's supposed to be Micah Stanfield. That's not Micah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. That's who it is. It's Lindsey Ferran. Yeah. So Lindsey Ferran now pinch hitting. There's a foul ball down the first baseline.
Going to the count here to Ferran. Ferran had a pair of home runs in the season finale against Taos, Gene.
Oh, yeah.
And
the throw safe at third.
Wow.
So
what was Abby doing with 2 outs?
I don't know.
Or 1 out rather. That made no sense at all, but she gets away with it. Ferran pops one up to second base, and that's gonna retire Ferran. Holy moly! And we've seen Abby do that several times,
yes.
but when you're down by 8 runs with an out in the 7th inning, that's not a good time to gamble.
No. And here comes Michaela Guillen. She is the first base girl.
really know what's going to happen. We've seen some crazy stuff occur in the playoffs, but Los Alamos, pretty good, fairly comfortable favorite heading into that one. Valencia's a team that kind of snuck into the tournament. Really did not have that strong of a season. But, can't really take anything for granted. We thought this was going to be a great game, and then Valley kind of pulled away at the end and won this one handily. So
yeah, they really did. And so, Mike, our situation is that we will be broadcasting that second baseball game tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock on the YouTube channel. I want to thank Carol Clark and the YouTube and the Daily Post for putting us out here so we could bring you these ball games. And as Carol Clark came to the rescue after the unfortunate demise of KRSN. So Mike and I have been very fortunate for have Carol Clark come up and pick up the ball and get us running. So very nice. But we'll be on the air in the morning, Mike, at 11 o'clock.
Yes, for Topper baseball. And like you said, Gene, Los Alamos Valencia playing, I believe, as we speak, and they will play at 11. And depending on the outcome of these two games, they may have to play a third game. We will also bring you that third game if it is necessary. And we'll see like Topper baseball. A couple of very impressive wins. Had a little bit of a hiccup there down in Espanola Valley. The Sun Devils struggling a little bit and took them right to the wire in the first game of a doubleheader there, which I was stunned. I was frankly stunned. We did the softball game first and then went up to baseball. I was stunned the baseball game was still going on.
Yes. Yeah, I thought it'd be way over. And anyway, yeah, so, you never would know what's going to happen. And so, because Valley Academy, for instance, is the number one team in the state in baseball in 4A. And they came to Los Alamos and played us in Los Alamos, and they whomped us. But that was early in the season. And we were just kind of trying to, just kind of get our feet set and get our feet on the ground and stuff. But boy, I'm telling you, Valley Academy was impressive. Very, very impressive. So, but, which means that, of course, if, we're the third seed, so we're in the same bracket with St. Pius, who is the number 2 seed. So we dodged the bullet, at least against Academy. And we could have ended up the 4 seed because in the rankings, the Max Pep rankings, they had Los Alamos as the number 4 seed, and they had Academy, St. Pius, and Aztec, and then Los Alamos. But then when the NMA seeded them, they gave Los Alamos a number 3 spot and Aztec the 4 spot. So anyway, well, that's going to do it for us, Mike. And we will wrap things up here and then go take a break and see if we can find some place to eat, which is not easy anymore. Every restaurant we go to, as soon as we pull up, they close. I don't know if that's a coincidence or
once or twice, there might be a coincidence, I think we're going on like number 6 or 7. I'm starting to wonder. It's like, no, we're closed, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. John, one place they wouldn't let us in. John even tried to talk his way in. Like, let us come in and eat. No.
And if you know John McHale, he is a smooth talker.
Yeah,
he can talk his way into or out of just about anything, and he could not get us in there.
Especially if the head waiter was a woman. So anyway. All right, so that's gonna do it for us. So final score here is 9-1. The Hilltopper season is over, and they end up on the season 19-8, and then they were 11-1 in district, and they're 0-1 in postseason play. And the Vikings, they go to 15-10, and they go to 1-0 in postseason play. So that'll do it for us. This is Gene Mortensen, and for Mike Mays and for Nate Limback and John McHale. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. And we once again thank Carol Clark and the Daily Post and the police department, fire department, everybody that made this possible. This is Gene Mortensen, and we will be back in the morning at 11 o'clock to bring you baseball. So have a great evening, everybody, and start your weekend off with exciting. Tune into Hilltopper Baseball tomorrow. What's that? Because John's telling me something here.
I think Nate Limback's up at the baseball game.
Yes, he is.
So maybe we can catch a quick score here. But in any event, we will be back on the air at 11 a.m. for Topper Baseball, and it's supposed to be windy tomorrow. By the way,
windy at Bomber Field.
Yeah, it's weird.
Never happens.
Yeah, that might be the first time.
Yes.
But if it's windy in the rest of the county, I guarantee you it's going to be blowing. I guess we do not have a score, but that's all right.
Okay. John didn't get the report. Okay. Well, does it for us. So like I say, have a good weekend, and you can make it a better weekend. All you got to do is put a little love in your heart. Don't forget to hug that penguin. But the most important thing that you can always do is just be excellent to each other. And sweetie pie, I love you so much. And I really do miss you, honey. So bye-bye, everybody.
Hi, I'm Daniel Roberts, the commander at Los Alamos Police Department. This year, the police department has joined the Be Visible campaign. As the weather warms up and people are going outside to exercise, walk, run, or some of the kids are riding their bikes, we're trying to join the Be Visible campaign, which is talking about safety equipment so people are more visible to oncoming traffic. Los Alamos Police Department is joining with a lot of other community members on giving out items such as reflective bands, bike stickers, reflective tape, shoelaces that are reflective so in low light it reflects off the headlights of cars. We remind people that are out and about to try to be visible, use flashlights, wear bright clothing, and do anything that's possible to bring their attention that somebody's outside on the side of the street. So we look forward to seeing anybody out there. We will be setting up various booths at organizations, and we have items to hand out. So be safe out there and try to be visible.
Hi, I'm Troy Hughes with Los Alamos Fire Department, reminding you that fall's upon us and winter's soon coming, so we'll start using our appliances more, like our furnace, our fireplaces. Make sure you get those appliances checked by a certified technician, especially the fireplaces. Make sure you've got a good chimney sweep, get that thing good and clean and ready to burn, and make sure you have a good working CO detector and smoke alarm in your home if you're going to use those appliances.